thought this was kind of appropriate for what we've been doing with in terms of domain and range. Hopefully you can figure it out. If not, the answer is pretty apparent right down here. But it's another expression of you only live once in terms of notation, right? Domain and range notation. Kind of funny. Maybe not too funny, but I thought you might enjoy it. All right, let's get to it. So domain. All my x's. Let's take a look. My furthest x, I have -2, and it's included, and +2, and it's included. So -2 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to +2. My range or my y is my lowest y is -2 to 2, and again, it's included, so I include on my less than or greater than. All right. Find f of 1. F of 1 is here, so I look, where does it meet? At 1 or -1. Find f of x when f of x is -2. That's the same as y is -2. What is it right here? Where does it meet? At 0. And is it a function? Why or why not? No, because it fails the vertical line test. All right, when we come down here, we have rate of change. Remember, rate of change, we have to find some points. 3 minutes, 16 contestants. 19 minutes, 8 contestants, and then I'm using my slope formula. Remember, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, y2, so that's 8 minus 16 over 19 minus 3. 8 minus 16 is -8. 19 minus 3 is 16, so that is -0.5. And remember, you need to have a label for any rate of change, so contestants per minute. All right? A couple of things about slope that you want to remember. Parallel slopes are always the same. Perpendicular slopes are negative reciprocals, right? So -2/3 and 3/2. Those would be parallel. All right, let's take a look down here. Graph each of these equations. Y equals mx plus b. So I'm starting at 2. Down 5 over 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 1. 1, 2. Oh, can't do it again. And I'm really bad at drawing lines on this. Find the intercept. So I want to find 3x equals -6. That's a 0. That's so 3x divided by 3x is -2. So I put a dot here because y is 0. X is 0, I have -6y equals -6 divided by -6, and y is 1, so that's right here. Because x is 0, boom. All right. Make sure on the test you actually, locate those. Those will be worth points. Over here, let's take a look. I can graph it anyway. 3x isn't going to 4, though, so that's not going to be accurate, so I need to solve this for y. So I'm going to subtract 3x. So -2y equals -3x plus 4. I'm going to divide everything by -2. So I have y equals 3/2 x plus -2. So go down and start at -2. Up 3. 1, 2, 3 over 2. 1, 2, 3 over 2. Remember, you cannot do a standard form and find the intercepts and graph that way if this comes out as a decimal. And when I divide by 4, that's not accurate. I don't want that on the graph, okay? And you can see it kind of meets right here. It doesn't meet at 1, it meets like right here. How would you be able to approximate that? You wouldn't be able to. All right? Okay, what do we got next? We have write the equation of the line. All right, remember that new form, slope-intercept form, or point-slope form? Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So the first thing we need is a slope. So -2 minus -1, that's the same thing as -2 plus 1. And 4 minus 3, so that's -1 over 1, so our slope is -1. So plug in, I'm going to use this point. Y minus -1 is the same thing as y plus 1. And then my slope's -1 times x minus 3. I got to distribute, so I have y plus 1 equals -1x plus 3. Subtract 1. So y equals -x plus 2. All right. Over here, the first thing I have to do is find my slope, and it's perpendicular. So I flip it 2 over 1, make it negative. Negative 2 over 1 are just negative 2. So y minus 1 equals negative 2 times x minus 2. Distribute negative 2x plus 4. Add 1 to both sides. Y equals negative 2x plus 5. Right, like that. Flipmath.com's on fire. A big company wants to come in and pay the algebros. They say they can get 8 hits. For 8 hits, they get $6. Woohoo! But for 56 hits, they only get $12. Ooh, that's not as good. All right, so what's the average rate of change? So that's slope. So 12 minus 6, 56 minus 8. Now remember, when you have a rate of change, it can be in terms of either a fraction or a decimal. A lot of times we have decimals because they're more real-world problems, right? But you can always convert it back to, all right, so this is $0.125 per hit. All right, if you wanted that as a fraction, it'd be 1 over 8. All right? I like the fraction for the equation just because I'm going to have to graph it in a second, and I know that. What's the equation of the line? So I have a slope and I have a point. So y minus 6 equals 1/8 times x minus 8. Y minus 6 equals 1/8 x. 1/8 of 8 is 1. I'm going to add 5. Y equals 1/8 x. Add 5 to that, and, or excuse me, add 6 to that, and I get 5. So there's my equation of the line. How many hits do we start with? Our initial value is 5, so 5 hits. All right? Okay, and this, of course, is from part B. So, graph our equation from part B. Plus 5, start here. Up 1 over 8. Up 1 over 8. Whoa. All right. All right, if the algebra had 100 hits in a day, how many would they have? So that's, use our equation. 1/8 times 1,000 hits plus 5, right? 1/8 times 1,000 is 125. Plus 5, we'd have $130. Whoa, we're rich. Whoa, look at that. The answer's already there. Let's see if I can work it out again. So, now I want to make $1,000. So that's my y. So y equals 1/8 x plus 5. Subtract 5, I get 995. The opposite of multiplying, or multiplying by 1/8 is divided by 1/8 or multiply by the reciprocal 8 over 1. So I'm just going to multiply this by 8. So 995 times 8 is 77,960 hits. All right. There you go. Here's a little clip about what would happen if a football coach from America went over to coach football in England. Good luck on the test and kill chapter 3. See you on the flip side.
My name's Ted Lasso. I'm new head coach for Tottenham Spurs. Has there been a learning curve? I would say a little bit.
Starting to understand why these scores are so low. Look how tiny these goals are. Have them put on their pads and let's start playing for real.
They're wearing their pads, Coach.
What are these, trust exercises?
Hey, that's, wow, 3 points. No points.
No points. Why not?
Gotta go in.
Come on, Rob. You gotta get it in there to get 3 points.
1 point.
Who's orange shoes there?
Gareth Bale.
Bale, where he's from? He's from England?
Wales.
Wales. Wait, that's another country?
Yes and no.
How many countries are in this country? He knocked at that ball with his head. Is that legal?
Totally legal.
Will you explain to me how that was offside? Explain offside to me. It made no sense.
One of the issues I've had is what tackling was. What I understand to be tackling and what they understand to be tackling, very, very different.
There you go, tackle him. He's just sliding around. Hey, all right there, Gary.
That's how you tackle.
But I'm learning, and I want to learn.
Premier League is on NBC and the NBC Sports Network, August 17th.